Hey guys, welcome back to Double K. Today we will be doing some rolls and spins with the clubs, so let's go!
We're going to start off with the hand placement, so place the smaller end of the club in between your thumb and your index finger and wrap the rest of your hand around the club. First of all, we are going to try some basic rotations of the clubs. So using the hand placement, circulate your wrist to allow the club to do backwards circles. Start off slow and then speed up as you start to feel more comfortable. Then try the same thing, but instead of backwards, move your wrist forwards. Then try what we just did using your other hand, starting off slow, then eventually speeding up. Next up, we are going to try this exercise using both hands simultaneously. For this to work, you have to start off fast to be able to gain enough momentum and coordination to have both of the clubs spinning perpendicular to each other. Try this both backwards and forwards. Also, try spinning the clubs at different levels, up high, down low and parallel with the ground, which is the one I would recommend to start with. Next is a variation of the previous exercise where you, using both hands, spin one of the clubs forward while spinning the other backwards. It is important to gain momentum when doing this exercise. Next, we're going to try spin the club horizontally to the ground instead of vertically. So to do this, you must outstretch your hand and point your wrist upwards, then move your wrist in a circular motion towards yourself. Once you've mastered that movement, go on to trying to do the same thing but with your wrist facing downwards. Then try a combination of the two by making them flow into one another. So first a rotation at the top, then at the bottom, then at the top again, and so on. Then repeat the same sequence of exercises, except using your other hand. Next, we're going to attempt mills. Mills require a lot of coordination, so basically it's what we just did but using both hands at the same time, with one hand sort of chasing after the other, so basically completing the same movements but a half rotation after the other hand. When doing mills, it is important to keep your wrists tightly together and start off rather quickly to gain enough momentum. Once you've mastered the mills, you can move on to other variations, such as mills overhead, which have a vertical orientation. Or just plain vertical mills with outstretched hands. So now that we've covered some basic spins, we can try a few basic rolls. So start off by connecting the clubs and rolling the connected clubs down your arms and catching them at the bottom. Then you can try roll the clubs down your arms and back, catching the clubs at your lower back. Lastly, we're going to do a simple roll down one arm, So disconnect your clubs and hold one across your back. Then stretch out your hands upwards with the other club in hand and allow it to roll down the side of your body so you can catch it in the hand with the other club.